Gemma, we looked across the continent then. Amarina, we heard there from Kev, De Zerbi, Nagelsmann, Inzaghi. De Zerbi, is he the only manager? I mean, does he fit the kind of style of play that Liverpool want to play? He's done a great job at Brighton. He's taken them on from when Potter left. But do you want something a little bit more established?
Yeah, probably. I think his style of play is good. It would suit Liverpool, and we've seen Brighton play some absolutely wonderful football, and they've beaten the best in the league. If you're saying is that the only manager in the Premier League that I would like to see at Liverpool, obviously you got your Peps, but they ain't going nowhere. I would probably like to see Postecoglou there. In
the conversation, or you want to see him there?
Probably in the conversation.
In the conversation,
because I think that
would he leave Spurs right now?
Well, do you know where Spurs were to where they are now, it's night and day, and he's done and that's down credit to him. He's done a fantastic job. I think that if Liverpool came knocking on the door and said, "Post, here we go, mate, get yourself in, Klopp's going," I think he's jumping ships.
Wow,
he's jumping ships. The reason I'm saying that is because Liverpool will always be fighting for silverware, Champions League and the league.
Yeah.
And they've won everything domestically in the last 7 years. If he's at Spurs, they don't win anything. They've not won anything for donkey's years.
I know. If you look at the two clubs, there's only one winner, but that's a big step for Postecoglou. Who's only been there 12 months yet.
Yeah, but I think he's doing a great job.
Do you think he walks out of Spurs and goes straight to Liverpool?
If Liverpool come knocking, if they knock on his door, and I think he's jumping ships, of course he was. Why would he not? Why would you not manage a better team and you're guaranteed to be in the mix of the silverware?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to get inside a manager's mind, but that's a big decision. I mean, Liverpool fans, would you want Postecoglou? 03717 2233 let's go and split. Let's open the lines up to Andy, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Andy.
Hi, Jason. Hi, Jermaine.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Happy Easter, Andy.
Thank you very much, and to you too.
Yeah, what do you want to say, bud?
But I don't think anyone's spoken about him, but I wouldn't mind seeing Gary O'Neill as the next Liverpool manager.
He was there not long ago, actually, wasn't he? I think he had the 21s.
Yeah.
I think he had the 21s.
He's worked under Klopp.
It's a big step up, mate.
That's my concern. I think if you're at a big club, going to another big club, you understand the pressures. I think he's only at Wolves and Bournemouth.
He's done brilliantly well at both clubs.
Brilliantly well at both clubs. Soon as you see managers at lower clubs do very well, and then they go to a bigger club, and it's a different kettle of fish. You know, for example, Potter.
Yep.
When he's at Brighton, magnificent.
Yep.
As soon as you go to that big club, high expectations,
yep.
It's a different world. It's a different football. It's the pressure, everything.
Isn't that the same for like a De Zerbi, though? Couldn't you make the same argument? I mean, I know that De Zerbi's had jobs around Europe, and he's done very well, but. Similar side of thing, or do you think Zerbi's a bit further down the line than... Well, he has to be, because in terms of managerial experience.
Well, he has to be, because look where they are now, 8th, they're doing well, so he has to be.
Is there any... And I'll ask you this, Andy, as well. This is such an important decision, because Klopp has left, or he's going to be leaving Liverpool in a great place. Is there a concern that maybe things don't go quite to plan? I mean, I suppose there has to be that concern, right?
Yeah, I think there might be a small rebuild going on. I think we've got a great bunch of young kids coming through, but you might see the likes of Salah, Van Dijk leaving. But I still think we'd be challenging for the top four, and hopefully with the right manager, right signings, a couple of years, we'll be back challenging for the league again.
Andy, we've seen when, I think this is probably as big as when Fergie left Man United, and how wrong they got it, and where they are now.
Arsenal as well. Only now have they
like
really
5-6 years. If Liverpool get this wrong with the wrong manager, could this be make or break?
It could be, but obviously we got it wrong in 1991 when Dalglish left, didn't we? So hopefully they've learned the lesson.
All right, Andy, listen, take care, have a nice weekend. There's Andy, the Liverpool fan, saying Gary O'Neill. Let's speak to John, who's another Liverpool fan. All right, John boy.
Hi, lads, you okay?
Yeah, very well, John. It's very noisy. Have you got...
John's on a Boeing 737.
Have you got your windows open, John?
On the way back from training, lad. It's a nightmare.
Oh, you've been training? How'd you get on?
Yes, mate. Awful.
Were you terrible? What happened?
Yeah, so
you got subbed?
Yeah,
soaked.
Soaking.
Oh, raining weather.
Was it? So this was just training, John, right?
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it, mate.
And you didn't have a good night.
No, terrible. Almost home, though, so not too bad. Got one for you, lads. What about Zidane? Liverpool.
Well,
goes unnoticed, doesn't it?
We had this conversation, and I think it's the language barrier. He doesn't speak a word of English. And would that be a problem long term? You know, getting instructions and the players bonding with the players.
Yeah, big name, big club. I think. I mean, you're talking about other managers who have not stepped up, not been there, done it. He's done it all, hasn't he? So,
yeah, I mean, look, in terms of what he's done, I mean, you can't argue with his record and dealing with egos, dealing with big players. But by all accounts, that's something he's not interested in. I think that there is I think it's a big no-go to the Premier League. I'm not convinced that he's ever really shown any interest or would show any interest. So I think, as Jammer said, I think the language is a problem for him.
It's a big barrier. And if I had to pick someone from the Prem, I'd go for Emery, Aston Villa.
Right. Yeah, good shout. Yeah.
Outstanding this year, and I think he took Liverpool down to a T, if I'm honest.
Listen, it's not the best line, John. Appreciate the call. Happy Easter, matey. Thank you very much. I mean, I just wonder there when you're thinking about Brighton fans, Spurs fans, you Postecoglou, Villa fans now. What Emery's done, he's done a great job.
Yeah.
But this is the football food chain, right? This is how football works.
But Emery's been at a big club. He's been at Arsenal. He's had that time to shine. I know you can say he didn't have the players are now, but for me, I don't think he'll be a success.
No, not a fan.
Listen, he's a great manager, but I think these certain managers shine when they're in the mid-table team.
You're calling Villa mid-table?
Yeah. Right, no, I am.
Oh, Gemma, he's done a fab job.
He's done a great job.
He knows his way around Europe. He's won the UEFA Europa League, I think 4 times, hasn't he? And do you know what? A lot of people feel that he was let go by Arsenal too soon. That he was the fall guy, really, from what happened after Wenger, and that he wasn't allowed to repair it. That's a lot of people. But I'm not an Arsenal fans will be able to tell you differently. Or whether that's but
if you watch Emery, he's not got a plan B. Okay. It's all plan A. Right, and if that doesn't go to plan, he starts wobbling, and the team haven't got a real answer to things. So I don't think he is the right candidate for Liverpool. Hence why he's not.
03717223344. Paul is a Liverpool fan. Paul, happy Easter. Welcome to the show.
Happy Easter, guys.
Happy Easter.
Welcome, Paul.
That's a nice line.
Lovely clear line. It's a beautiful line.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Right. Liverpool manager, he's already there.
Go on.
Pep Lijnders, number 2.
I said this.
He knows everything. The players love him. If you see the videos that come out, like when Liverpool won finals before, he's in there. The players are around him. He knows the players. They like him as well. And listen, Klopp's already said he's taken a year sabbatical. Yeah. And then he's coming back. So the worst case, it doesn't work out with Pep Lijnders, and he does say he wants to manage, then, and it could be an if, Klopp could always come back.
Yeah, I think, but you're talking about an unknown quantity here, aren't you? There's one thing from coaching. There's another thing stepping up and actually having that the main job.
But he did take a few games when
yes, he did.
He took about 3 or 4 games.
Yes,
if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And he done really well.
He did. But is that the audition? Is that enough? Is that enough to go give him the contract? Or Nagelsmann at Germany, someone...
Anybody in is an unknown quantity, aren't they? I mean, bringing in De Zerbi, for example, is an unknown quantity because can he step up from what he's done at Brighton to Liverpool? He's had a bit of a wobble lately.
You're right, that's fair. Every appointment, you don't necessarily know how it's going to go, but what I'm saying is that De Zerbi knows what it is like to be a manager. Lijnders is stepping at the hot seat, and almost like it's like a caretaker manager for that time under what was a very well-organised, he was very much part of that team. I don't know about that one.
I don't think it's a bad shout. I don't think it's a worse shout.
You think so?
If someone said, look, you can have Pep Lijnders or Emery, I said, right, I want Pep.
You'd have Pep Lijnders over...
Liverpool used to be, didn't they? Liverpool used to go from, the old times, the boot room and stuff. I know we don't have a boot room as such, but that's how it used to be. And like I said, the players like him. He knows the club. So it should be a smooth transition in that respect. But,
the fact that his first name's Pep, let's get him in there.
There you go.
Paul, listen, appreciate your contribution, mate. Happy Easter. Have a good weekend.
Happy Easter to you guys.
Cheers,
as well.
Cheers, Paul, Liverpool fan. Pep Lijnders. Look, there's a number of names on this list, and most people, myself included, felt that Liverpool, if they really wanted Alonso, they would be able to get it over the line. They'd find a way. not the case. It appears now, talkSPORT understands, that Xabi Alonso is staying at Leverkusen for next season.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.